Today we're going to learn about the volume of a pyramid and then the surface area and the volume of a cone. We're also going to talk about the surface area of a pyramid. Our essential question is, how can I find the surface area and volume of pyramids and cones? So before we start, we need to talk about the difference between height, which is the distance from the apex to the center of the base. And that is true whether it's a pyramid or whether it's a cone. And then the slant height, which is the distance from the apex to the edge of a base. So if you remember, I asked you guys, if you were at the top of the pyramids at Giza and you rolled a ball down the face of the pyramid, would that be the height or the slant height? That's the slant height. And if you noticed a hole at the apex that went straight down to the ground, if you put down a rope ladder, that would be the height. So the difference between height and slant height is important because they give us some different information about our pyramids and our cones. So let's start with the surface area of a pyramid. Basically, in a pyramid, I have, for surface area, I have the area of my base. Now, all of the pyramids that you are going to have are going to be regular polygons for your base. So for instance, this diagram, the bottom would be a square, but you could also have a regular pentagon or a regular hexagon or any of those. If I'm finding the surface area of the pyramid, I need to first find the area of that base. And then I have triangles for each of the other portions of my pyramid. Now, if your pyramid has a regular polygon base, that means that all of these edges are going to be the same length. And that means that all of your triangles are going to be congruent. They will all have the same length for their base of the triangle, which is this length here. And then the slant height of the pyramid will be the height of your triangle. So if I'm looking at this pyramid, I've got 4 triangles. They would all have a slant height of L and then a length of whatever one edge of the base is. And I could find the area of that one triangle, and then I could multiply it by 4 because there are 4 of them. If it was a pentagon, I would multiply it by 5 because there would be 5 triangles. Hexagon would have 6, and so on. So one way that we can kind of simplify it a little bit is by talking about the perimeter of the base, because that would be the number of sides of your polygon. And then you're going to multiply that perimeter times your slant height and then divide it by 2 since it's a triangle. So that is one way that we can think about our surface area of a pyramid. And this 1/2 perimeter times slant height, that is what we call the lateral surface area. It's the sides. Now, for the volume of a pyramid, we talked about how it's kind of related to a prism of whatever shape the base of your pyramid is. And we saw in a video that you could actually fill up that prism with 3 full volumes of the pyramid. So that means that if you need to find the volume of a pyramid, you are going to do 1/3 times the area of the base times the height of the pyramid. Not the slant height this time, it would be the height itself. And that will give you the volume of a pyramid. It's 1/3 area of the base times the height.